feel like my videos are always crooked on my tripod because I also think that the back of my couch is a little crooked. But here we are. I have been wanting to make this video for such a long time, but I felt like I needed a little bit more experience trying some vegan and vegetarian restaurants around Mexico City. So thankfully, one of my good friends, who's currently living in Vancouver, came to visit, and she's a vegetarian, and we got to try lots of vegetarian places and also see through her eyes like how easy or difficult it was to order off of a regular menu in a taco restaurant or in a regular Mexican restaurant. So I thought I would preface the video just briefly by saying that I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan. I do eat heavily plant-based diet, especially during the week when I'm at home and cooking. I have no problem eating meat-free dishes, and it was really fun when my friend came to be able to try all these different sort of like vegan meats and tacos and stuff. I also wanted to give you a few examples of things that you can find along the way while you're here in Mexico City and you are looking to go vegetarian. Being vegetarian here, in my opinion, is relatively simple. There's almost always a meat-free dish on the menu, whether that's nopales, which are cactus that have been usually cooked down, and they are super delicious. And the other thing that you'll find on menus is mushrooms, either written out as hongos or champiñones or sometimes setas. So those are the mushroom options that you'll find on the menu. Those are the two most popular vegetarian dishes in any kind of like taco restaurant or even at taco stands and stuff. I will link below to an article on my blog where I list nearly 20 restaurants that are solely catering for vegans and vegetarians. Being vegan is slightly more difficult here in Mexico City. While it's not impossible, you do have to search a little bit harder to find things that don't have cheese, that don't have cream. They are in pretty much everything. The great thing about Mexico City is that quesadillas are always without cheese unless you ask. So you can actually get like a huitlacoche, which is like a corn fungus mushroomy dish, which is delicious. I highly recommend trying. You can get zucchini flowers, which are flor de calabaza. You'll see also that on loads of menus. And if you order those as quesadillas, you'll get them just in a tortilla with no cheese, unless you specify that you want it with cheese. So that's a great little tip when you're out on the street and you're feeling pretty hungry, but you don't want to eat any meat or dairy. Another great option are elotes or esquites, and these are like little stands that you'll see along the street that are selling corn, either corn on the cob or corn in a cup. It's completely vegan until they put loads of mayonnaise and cheese on it, so just make sure you ask for it without those things. You can just get it with some salt and pepper and lime or some chili powder. You'll also see loads of fruit stands around. You will see loads of juice stands around. Those are all really great options for vegetarian and vegans who want to eat on the go and also eat cheaply. That is something that I should mention. Also, a lot of these restaurants are more expensive than your average, something to be aware of. This place was by far my favorite vegan option in Mexico City, Por Siempre Vegano, and all of these are like replicas of popular meat tacos in Mexico City, like pastor, chorizo, and there's no meat involved. They were absolutely delicious. Also, no cheese, no animal products of any kind, even the beans. A word of warning for those of you that are looking to avoid meat altogether, which I assume is most people who are watching this video, since that's the point. Beans are almost always made with some sort of pork fat. So even when you buy them in the can, you're best off kind of avoiding eating cooked beans in Mexico, refried beans that they like have at taco stands that you put on top are 95% of the time made with some sort of like animal fat. Tamales are sometimes made with animal fat. Those are the corn masa cake like things. Then you'll see those in a lot of places. There are, however, a few places that actually are restaurants that sell completely vegetarian versions of tamales. Yeah, so it's totally something to be aware of. Many people here still think that just because there's no meat in it, that it's vegetarian, and often this is not the case. Most soup broths are made with meat bones and animal products, and even if the soup doesn't have any meat in it, the broth is very likely to have been made with animal products. I hope you guys enjoy getting a little sneak peek into some of these restaurants. Like I said, I will link a bunch of these things below, and if you have any questions about being vegetarian or vegan in Mexico City, let me know in the comments and I will do my best to answer your questions. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!